Okay, hey guys, welcome to Socially Pop Culture to Socially Devoted. I'm Tico71. This is my co-host Dana Giacovelli. Hi, Dana.
Hi. Giacovello, Tommy. How long have
Giacovello,
you?
sorry.
How long have you guys been working together
I
anyway?
know, like we've been friends for a very long time, and he's like
We've
all of
only
a sudden
worked
he just
together like not that long though, but we've been
yeah,
friends for a while.
working together, yeah, not that long, but friends. We've been friends for a while. Come on. I'm also Dana Giacovello at Dana Giacovello on Twitter, and
We're joined today by actor John Cassini. John,
That's
welcome.
Cassini, not casino.
Oh no, never casino.
Just
That's a bad
joking.
thing for some
all
people.
Italian names here, so we're
Yeah,
good.
all vowels.
Exactly. At least we know how to pronounce each other's name, except for Tommy.
Oh, I put O's at the end of everything, or I's at the end of everything.
Okay, so we are going to talk to you about what you have going on. So, what can you tell me a little bit about your current projects and what you're currently working on that we can look forward to as far as your acting and stuff like that?
Let's see. I'm always developing new stuff. I have a couple of things in development, series, and working on producing my next feature film. Acting wise, I just finished doing a guest star on a TV show. I think it airs on ABC in the States called Motive.
Oh, yes, I love that show.
Yeah, I just did a guest star on that, so that'll be like the next season. I think it's the third episode in. I'm on that one. A TV movie I did in the summer probably should be coming out soon, and I'm also I did this thing I haven't done in a really long time recently, and I did a commercial for a Kohl's commercial, and it's a really beautiful Christmas spot, and I'm kind of proud of it because it's a beautiful little scene, and I know it's advertising still. But it's got if you go you can see it on it's Kohl's Holiday Magic on YouTube, and it's beautiful. People have been calling me from all over the country, all my friends from LA, Chicago, New York, everybody, and just been going like, dude, I saw your commercial, man. I got all verklempt. Your commercial made me cry. So it's really nice, because I don't usually do commercials, but supporting the family, I thought I'd kind of get back into it maybe a little and just be select with some of the spots. Like I wanted to do some elegant spots, and I got lucky with this one, and they did an amazing job, and it's surrounded around the holiday spirit. So that's been running like crazy right now. So it's
I,
funny.
I saw it.
25 years of being, acting in movies and film, and you do a commercial, and that's the one everyone keeps calling.
I
So
thought it was great. I loved it. I actually tweeted about it from my personal account. But I thought it was great.
yeah, so I just thought, it's funny, and I'm just embracing it. I'm like, what the hell? People like it, they like it. Yeah.
Now, speaking of that stuff, I wanted to know from you what your process is when it comes to picking a role. Do you have a specific way of doing it? You don't take everything that comes across your way, I would
Yeah,
assume.
no, I mean, depends, I mean, actors, it's a strange thing, right? If you've been working a lot and you feel a little secure financially for a while, you get to choose a little bit more. And then other times you have to kind of sometimes, you're grateful to do a job because, it's a career, right? So, uh, I try to choose roles that are well written, first of all, and say something, and the character has some kind of an arc, and it isn't something I've done over and over and over again. And that said, if I feel like it is something that maybe I've done before, but I still want to do the job, I try to find something new in it for me, because as I grow as a person and get older, my work changes and my perspective changes, and so my take on characters change. As far as the process goes, that would be a very long-winded answer. I think the initial first read of a script, an actor will tell you a lot of instinct and a lot of intuitiveness comes from that, and you read it and you get a lot of hits from that. You should really listen to what information is coming your way as you read it, because I think one of the actor's greatest tools is instinct. There's a little bit of that, and then there's a lot of other actor schmactor stuff that I won't bore you with.
Oh, we love to hear that type of stuff. But yeah, I love personally for me, I love to see an actor in versatile roles and that diversity. I love to see them like go from comedy to drama and something serious, because you like to see, even if they're great in comedy. for instance. Like, you love to see them in comedies, and it's even comedy can be versatile roles, but I love to see them jump to something completely different. Like, I was just watching, actually, or no, reading something about Channing Tatum and Steve Carell jumping from that. I don't know if you heard about it, but yeah, that movie where they're jumping to like completely kind of out of the box roles for them. And
Right.
that's something that I'm looking actually forward to seeing, because why not? I mean, you want to see what people can do, and it's fun to play with that.
Yeah, that's I think that's always what an actor looks for is some variety in his work, you know. So I'm always looking for that as well, which is fun. It's a tough business though, because sometimes people don't want to put you don't want to give you the opportunity. If you do one thing well, then they kind of typecast you into that. It's really, and then it's funny because you could be typecast as this one thing, and then you do a role that's very different, and then you get typecast as that, and they can see the thing you were.
They forget about the other one.
Yeah, I think that's why um, actors like myself who've been around for a long time, we start to create our own stuff as well because I think we want to be in a little bit more control of the material, and we want to, whether we're making a film for only a couple of $100,000 or some of them people are making it for $50,000 nowadays with the technology and with having a community of amazing actors. You can do it. You can make a film. It's all about good storytelling anyway, right? So, but yeah, variety is always good. That's always fun, and that's why I also do theater because you get to do roles in the theater that you
Yeah.
don't necessarily get to do on film. So
Yeah, I love the theater. Now, I mean, I know obviously acting is probably one of your main passions, but what do you do like on your spare time and things that you enjoy, hobbies besides that, when you're not with your busy, hectic schedule?
yeah, I mean, one of the main things that I'm doing, and I've been for the last couple of years, is I'm a co-artistic director of Railtown Actors Studio in Vancouver, and it's a place where we develop new projects, but it's also an acting school, and so I think a lot of we train. We have like a lot of classes, and I teach one or two of them when I can, and when I'm not shooting or working. But I oversee the curriculum and the studio with Kate Twa, who's my co-artistic director there. So that's something that I have a lot of passion for because I not only am I always involved in the work and involved in the teaching aspect or doing play readings or developing new material. It's a studio that I'm very proud of. When I lived in the States, became a member of the Actors Studio, which was something that meant a lot to me. And when I moved back to Canada, I wanted to kind of recreate that in some way for myself, have a home for people that were serious about training and working. So that's something that takes up a lot of my time. And it also leads then to mentoring a lot of younger actors because, inevitably when you're inevitably outside of class, they start to gravitate towards you because they have a lot of angst when they're young and dealing with this business and dealing with this work. And I've been around a long time, and so I'm more than happy to kind of mentor them in a professional way. So it's been great because I love being around the passion of it all. I love being around the passion of the work and people who are really serious about it because I've dedicated my life to this. So I like to surround myself with that. So that's a big thing. Raising my two boys, developing projects. Just
Is there anything that people would be surprised to know about you that maybe some people don't know besides, the whole acting thing?
I'm a synchronized swimmer.
Oh.
Joking.
And I'm like, oh wow,
We're like, oh wow.
There was silence for a
that would have
second.
been good.
I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I'm in the Olympics on the side.
I'm going to the 2016 Olympics. Oh God, you caught me off. I don't know what people would
You
expect.
never know. You never know. Sometimes people are like me, like I'm an artist, or
Yeah,
I'm a musician. I sing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been the last 10 years have been pretty busy raising my boys as well, and the studio's been good and working, and I think I like producing. I've been producing more and more. So as I mentioned, I produced some features, and I got another one that we're working towards getting up, hopefully for next year, and a TV series I developed, which I'm hoping to get on a network. So that keeps me pretty busy too. Yeah,
Cool.
but no crazy talents, I don't think.
Okay, well, we were all for the synchronized
Yeah,
swimming.
Yeah,
But
I was for that.
could go with that.
we could just
I was
add that
definitely
in
for
there. You could
I was
add that
definitely
to your
for it.
bio.
Definitely. Well, we'll just put it in there. Well, speaking of that, I really want to know because you were talking about training actors and things. People who want to be actors or want to get into entertainment but don't have the training and don't feel they need it. What would you say to them? Because a lot of people just want to jump in it, and then they have this whole fake it till they make it thing where they make up resumes, they make up
Yeah,
things on
yeah. That's
IMDb. Yeah,
no, it's a strange business these days, right? And there's going to be the person who is 18, gets off a bus from Missouri, lands in Hollywood, is gorgeous, male or female, has a particular charismatic charm about them, goes into a pilot audition, ends up on a series for 5 years, and their career gets taken, right? And that's what dreams are made of. That's what Hollywood's made of. That works,
yep.
right? If you're serious about the craft of acting in a way that you're serious about the work and you're serious about becoming the best actor you can, and you're interested in stage and film and bettering yourself, it's impossible, I believe, to not train. Not to say certain people have not had great careers without training, but sometimes that training is because they've worked a lot and they've worked right from the get go, and so they've kind of trained that way. So it's tricky. I think there's a lot of people who are what just want to get in it for the fame, I guess, or whatever. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
those people
Yeah,
get I
money.
think I think those people get weeded out pretty quickly. And I don't know. I don't really know how to respond to that because that happens, right? And that
Yeah, it
happens,
does happen.
It
and that happens
does.
in the sense of, and I say good luck to.
And even more than the acting part is the producing and the writing part, because a lot of people will come and say, "Well, I want to produce this and I want to write this." Well, what have you done? Have you trained? No, but I want to do this. Well,
Yeah,
that's even harder, I think.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
remember when I lived in LA, because I lived in LA for 12 years, and I remember having meetings with people, and they'd give you their card, and it always said producer on it. And
Yeah.
everyone's a producer if they can produce a card. And, and so, and then you're like, well, what have you produced? And so it's kind of interesting. But I mean, this business. A lot of people are looking for the quick fix and the quick buck because they've seen it happen to certain
Yeah.
people, and
Yeah.
and it just is, right? But I think there's also like-minded people who gravitate to each other and work with really committed artists and committed people who are behind the camera as well. And those are the people I try to surround myself with. And I wish everyone else luck.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's hard, but and I think it also could have the opposite effect too. I've seen people that everybody was like, "Who is this?" and they go into a show that lasts say 4 or 5 years, and then they kind of fall off the radar and disappear. I mean, I think there's a natural talent that you have to it, but I also think, like you said, that you also have to continue getting better and studying. But like I said, I've seen people kind of fall off the map after being really huge. I mean, how many times have we seen it with so many people over the years?
Yeah, and they're also not ready for it as well because they weren't in it for the work and they were just in it for the for the attention, and then they start to realize that attention is really all fake, and it's really all like it's all really just it's real in the sense of when it's happening, but it's not what really is going to sustain you because they'll move on to the next person
Right.
right away. And I believe that's why it's important to have a full life outside of the work, because those are the people, those are your peeps, that's your kids, your wife, your friends, whatever that's going to be, your husband, that's going to be your touchstone. And it's the same way with the work. You might be pulling off this job here, but in the end, if you don't have anything to grab onto, if you don't have any chops, eventually you're going to get found out,
Oh, sure.
on a
Yeah.
certain level.
And
And
social media made that easier too. Social media made it easier for people to fake it.
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, and everyone's their own publicist now because of social media, so there's that. And everything's the greatest thing that's ever hit the airwaves until it hits the airwaves.
Yeah.
And you know
They're all
and
Instagram stars.
Yeah, Vine
Uh,
stars, this star and that star, and overnight viral sensations. And
and then there's the overnight sensations of the people who have been working for 20, 30 years, and then all of a sudden they do a great role and they're
yeah.
like, where did this
yeah,
person come from? So it is what it is. Social media's got two sides to it, and it has changed the business. I mean, producers have told actors to get a Twitter account and get
Yep.
followers
Oh yeah.
because,
Yeah.
that's what happens. So it's odd, but you just got to kind of roll with it. And again, I just say surround yourself with like-minded people,
Yeah.
and you won't be bitter.
I heard a actress. I think I want to say it was Jane Fonda. I think said that once when she was somebody. She gave advice to a younger, struggling actually actor or actress who she was big in the business, and then I can't remember who it was, and I want to say it was Jane Fonda. She said you have to have other things, whether it's gardening or your family and friends. Like have something else to fall back on, almost like say you're in a certain field and they say get that college degree to have something to fall back on. Like you want to have things to fall back on because if something doesn't work out or you can't get work or you can't get jobs and you're struggling and you don't know how to do anything else and have nothing else that you can do, what do then? You just, you struggle and just suffer, and she said that same thing.
Well, that's why it's important also if you care about the work, then if you love acting, there's always opportunity to act. I mean, I remember, there was a time where at the Actors Studio, sometimes they had these talks with some of the older members, and De Niro was there, and he was talking to a group of us. It was like De Niro night or something. It was great. And he said the same thing. He said, if you want to act, act. Like, there's no one can stop you from acting. Do a play, get together. And that's the school that I come from, and that's why also Railtown Actor Studio is so important, and it's because it's true. And if you don't, and you just want to act on the TV show that's on prime time, then that's probably not going to happen, and then you're going to be very bitter about it all. So you kind of get what you deserve sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
And speaking of social media, where can we find you if we want to look for you online?
At Cassini John is my Twitter account, and there's a Facebook page of Railtown Actor. Oh, there's a railtownactors.com, which is if people want to look up what we're up to there. But yeah, Railtown Actors Studio. It's all we have a website. But yeah,
Cool.
Great. Well, I mean, we again have the pleasure of you taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you're very busy. You have a lot of things going on, and we appreciate you doing this interview.
I
Thanks
appreciate
so
you
much
guys.
for being here.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for having me, and sorry for the uh, us having to reschedule here and there, but
Oh,
I'm really glad that I could connect with you guys and see some faces.
cool.
Yeah, it's always good to put faces with emails and DMs and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's great when you finally connect with people like that. So
Well, you guys are great, and whatever you need, let me know.
We'll
awesome.
look forward
Thank
to
you so
seeing you and all
much.
you're doing.
Yes, we do. We look forward to keep connecting with you. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, John.
You
Thank you.
take care.
You too.
Bye.